Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. On this Tuesday, I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, Jamestown police say that a pair assaulted each other during a dispute. We're going to have the details.
Plus, an Olean politician lights up for 420. We explain why in an interview with him in just a bit. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by live for us with a look at some rain that's moving across the area. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and yeah, it's going to be a rainy afternoon, and happy Tuesday, by the way. We made it through Monday. You can see it here on First Defense Doppler. This is the rain that is pushing in. Now, the rain is not going to be anything too heavy, we don't expect, but maybe some moderate downpours are likely, and again, you know, it was almost full sunshine this morning, and now the clouds have really started to win out. The good news is the rain is going to help knock some of this tree pollen down. It's still running moderate with a total pollutants per meter at 79. That's hard to say. But again, the rain will help knock some of this tree pollen down. Of course, that's what we deal with in the springtime around here. So the forecast for the afternoon, early sunshine, that's all done and over with now. Otherwise, clouds will thicken through the afternoon hours, scattered showers, maybe a few thunder showers through the later afternoon. Temps will range between 67 on the highest hills to 71 across the lower elevations. And again, it'll be breezy with a south wind averaging 10 to 20 with maybe gusts around 30, 35 miles per hour at times. We've got some more rain to go through later in the forecast, but the majority of the week should be dry. We'll talk about it with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-Day a little bit later on in the show. Justin and Matt.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. A pair of Jamestown residents are accused of physically injuring each other during a domestic dispute yesterday morning on Water Street here in the city of Jamestown. Jamestown police say that 41-year-old David Hanley is charged with third-degree assault and second-degree unlawful imprisonment. 41-year-old Christina Estes, meanwhile, is charged with second-degree assault. Both were arrested after officers responded to a report of a fight. The duo was taken to Jamestown City Jail to await arraignment.
And 2 Dunkirk men are charged after police there say they entered a home by forcing a window and removing a large amount of jewelry and personal belongings. 21-year-old Angel Rosas Jr. and 20-year-old David Smith are charged with second-degree burglary and fourth-degree grand larceny. Rosas Jr. is additionally charged with fifth-degree criminal possession of stolen property. Police say they responded to the 200 block of Nevis Street Sunday evening for a report of 2 suspicious males in the backyard of the residence. A neighbor reportedly called after observing the males walking around a neighbor's house. Both men were detained after they allegedly fled into an adjacent backyard. Patrol officers were able to locate and detain the pair without incident. In addition, all of the stolen property was reportedly recovered by police. Dunkirk police remind citizens to be alert and watchful in their neighborhoods and to immediately report any suspicious activity to them at 716-366-2266. The number again is 366-2266.
A Forestville woman is charged with driving while intoxicated after a vehicle caught fire. That during an accident on Denison Road last night. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that 49-year-old Hillary Villafranca reportedly lost control of her vehicle and left the roadway. Deputies say the vehicle entered a ditch and overturned before catching fire, and a Good Samaritan reportedly removed Villafranca from her vehicle. She faces multiple traffic violations in addition to the DWI charge. Villafranca was issued tickets.
(7-Eleven) lighters.
You're going at it too hard. There you
go. I do this like once a year, if that, so my finesse is very low.
An Olean politician is stirring up the internet after celebrating 420 by lighting up at his home over the weekend. Fourth Ward Alderman Kevin Daughtry told WNY News Now he smoked marijuana in a YouTube video to take part in civil disobedience with the hope to raise awareness that anti-marijuana laws are arbitrary.
I typically don't partake in 420. I'm a beer drinker. I drink beer, a glass of wine here or there. Cigars on my birthday kind of thing. That's the extent of my smoking. And every so often, someone will offer me, some marijuana. It's not like I'm being offered meth or crack or something like that. It's like someone offered me a cigarette. I figured the holiday for amongst the users of marijuana was that day, and I figured that was a good commemorating day to actually put out my stance on the issue.
Now, Daughtry said that around 85% of his constituents that he talks with are for legalizing recreational marijuana. He said most people he knows are marijuana smokers who are part of the prosecuted minority, something he hopes will change soon. He said his YouTube page serves as a stress reliever where he posts weekly videos to chat with constituents. Daughtry said he also streams city council meetings to his channel to increase transparency within government. The alderman was elected in 2016 and his term expires at the end of the year. Now, Matt, he told me that he plans on running for re-election as a registered Republican this fall.
Really?
Yeah, so really interesting to see that this has gained so much traction online, and I think there's very much two sides to the story. The marijuana, obviously is illegal in New York State, punishable by fine, and in some cases, depending on how much you have, you could see jail time, but usually not anymore. So Daughtry says that he's really, kind of excited that he's getting this reaction from people in the community, and that that he's the talk of the town right now. Obviously, some people feel like as an elected official he shouldn't be partaking in marijuana smoking, and that it was not smart of him to post online. Others saying, go for it.
Now, is he currently a registered Republican?
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
so he wasn't crossing over for the election.
No, he said his family has been registered Republicans their entire life. His father worked in politics. He handed out petitions as a young boy, and he ran for that when he decided to run for office because that's what he believes in his party's stance. He believes that he believes in being fiscally conservative. He tells me, but that he does not agree with the Republicans obviously building a wall to stop marijuana in the state.
Well, I mean, that's pretty unique because we see nowadays that a lot of people, when they, regardless if they are a Republican or a Democrat, they stick heavily with the party when it comes to predominantly all the issues. I mean, to see this, it is interesting.
Yeah, and you know what else is an interesting fact? 420 reportedly started in San Rafael, California, back in the 1970s, and some states, 420 is the police code for smoking marijuana. And responding to marijuana smoking in progress. So
that's pretty
interesting
cool.
how that day that I think has become anonymous, famous amongst groups who partake in marijuana smoking. So but very interesting, and just kind of reading what people are saying in the comments. Joe would say elect him out. Lori says it's just too funny, the whole smoking thing. Boy, times are changing, and exactly right. And speaking with the alderman this morning on the phone, he said 10 years ago he would have been arrested for something like this.
Oh my gosh, they would have been knocking on his door.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And obviously not the case today. Looks like Wesley, I'm sorry, Miller says doesn't look like he inhaled. He claims to have smoked marijuana. That's what he told me today. David said good afternoon to you guys. Hello to all of you. And hello to Pam. Hello to Brenda. Hello to Jenna. Hopefully you are doing well. Hello to Joe. Hello to Thomas. So thank you for joining us. Let us know what you think about that story and the many more that we just talked about. We do have a lot more news to tell you about, too, on this Tuesday. Governor Andrew Cuomo officially signs a piece of legislation into law. How it will affect your life, coming up.
But first, Congressman Tom Reed, he says the city of Jamestown will be receiving some grant money. Find out what for, coming up. Dakota.
An Olean, an Olean politician smokes marijuana. I don't see an issue with it personally. 64 degrees was the high yesterday, and that's a little bit kind of above average. We should be near 60 this time of the year, and we can say goodbye to the 70s. They're not coming away anytime soon. News Now continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Happening now, Congressman Tom Reed announced today that the city of Jamestown will be receiving 3 federal grants worth more than $1 million from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That in an effort to develop housing and increase economic opportunities. Reed explained that the Community Development Block Grants Program provides annual grants to states and local units of government to develop viable urban communities by providing housing and a suitable living environment, and by expanding economic opportunities principally for low and moderate income people. Now, the congressman says that the home program helps to expand the supply of decent, affordable housing to low and very low-income families by providing grants to state and local governments to fund housing programs that meet local needs and priorities.
And New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo signed legislation banning single-use plastic bags on Monday. Just hours after Wegmans announced they plan to eliminate single-use plastic grocery bags in the state by the end of 2019, that just before a state ban takes effect. The Rochester, New York-based grocery chain also announced steps to reduce the usage of bags, straws, and other plastic items at its stores in other states across the nation. New York will join California and Hawaii with its ban on plastic grocery bags when that takes effect in March of 2020. Now, under the law, local counties will have the option of imposing a 5-cent fee on paper bags. Cuomo said, without plastic bags, there will be a minor inconvenience compared to the devastating impact of plastic pollution created by them. It's estimated that New Yorkers use 23 million plastic bags annually. The ban will take effect in March of 2020.
And there's a lot of talk about vaccinations for children to protect them from highly contagious viruses and diseases. But what about grown-ups? Now, according to the Centers for Disease Control, as of yesterday, the number of measles cases this year is now at 626, the second highest in more than a decade. And if you're a part of a certain age group, you may need to get your booster shots again. James Denon explains why.
Nearly 2 decades ago, the measles was declared eliminated in the United States. But there has been an upsurge of cases, including adults who thought they were already protected. It's likely that you don't remember getting your booster shots as a kid or have lost your documentation. And depending on when you were born, you may not have been given the vaccine at all. If you were born before the 60s, you may have never been vaccinated because it was assumed you'd be exposed to the virus and would build immunity. The group of adults that may be at risk are Generation X, born in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. These adults may have been vaccinated, but never built immunity, mostly because of the way the vaccines were administered. There was a change in 1989 when the CDC began recommending 2 doses of the MMR, which covers the measles, mumps, and rubella, making the vaccine consistently more effective. If you're unsure of your immunity, contact your doctor. The CDC says it's safe to get another dose. For today's Health Minute, I'm James Dinan.
Now, the CDC says that the MMR vaccine is very safe and effective. 2 doses are about 97% effective at preventing measles. 1 dose is about 93% effective.
Also headlining health news today, a new study about breakfast supports the theory that it might be one of the most important meals of the day. Researchers found that skipping breakfast could be linked to higher risk of cardiovascular-related deaths. It was published in the Journal of American College of Cardiology. Now, after taking a person's age, sex, race, diet, lifestyle, body mass index, and disease status into account, the study found that those who never ate breakfast had an 87% higher risk of cardiovascular disease, specifically heart disease and stroke. The survey looked at data from 1988 to 1994 on more than 6,500 adults ages 40 to 75. So do you eat breakfast?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, I know. Some days Matt comes in with a feast from Tim Hortons, and some days I know you're, just got your coffee.
Yep.
I have a weird, ritual, so to speak, where I drink coffee. I drink, I don't even know what the word, cranberry juice. And I have a bagel that is a little burnt. I like them really, really crispy. And then applesauce. And I eat the same thing every work day. And then on the weekends, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like being, I guess it depends on your preference. If you are okay with being hungry, in the morning. I mean, I if I don't eat breakfast, I'm starving by broadcast time because we don't eat till after this. So, and then I'm grumpy, and that doesn't work out at all, as Matt knows. But yeah, so I don't know. Hangry is what the producer says that happens. You're right about that. So, but a lot of people are also talking about the grocery bag ban that's going to be taking effect next March. It looks like Wegmans, including the local Wegmans here in Jamestown, are going to be trying to, phase out those bags already. And I know we've talked about this before, but everybody uses grocery bags probably in one way or another, right? It's just making that switch to the plastic bags. And the thing is, too bad they can't give out a certain number of those plastic bags, the reusable ones, to people, because in a way, you buy them and you reuse them, but they gave out plastic bags for free for so long, They must have had a budget for that, right?
I would think.
So you think that they could use that to give out these other types of plastic bags, but then how many people would just turn those into where they're one-time use, even though they're the hard plastic? And those are probably a lot more to make. I mean, I know they cost a couple of bucks to buy. So interesting nevertheless, and the law passed and it was signed in, so here we are now. Hello to Al. Hopefully you are doing good. Cindy, good afternoon to you. Always happy to see you. Lori, hello. Talking a little bit about the measles, and for sure, that's a crazy epidemic that's really sweeping. We all thought, I remember I asked my mom about it. I had a measles shot, the HPV shot and all that. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Megan, good afternoon to you. David, great to see you as always. We love having you here. Alex, hello to you. Hopefully you are all doing great. Lisa, good to see you. Lisa, a lot of people probably are just ready to, enough about the plastic bags. It's like, and Joe, you're right. Maybe we go back to paper. So certainly, people are probably just, are like, well, it is what it is at this point. I mean, what are you going to do? So good to see all of you, and I'd love to see all these top fans. If you haven't become a top fan yet, it's really easy. All you do is like, share, and download that WNY News Now app, which is a big step to becoming a top fan. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with a look at our First Defense weather forecast. It's a little rainy out there.
And later, what is your password? Hopefully it's a good one. What a new study found we are all doing wrong when it comes to those digits. Next.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement. Is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And hi, welcome back. And I just hopped on my wall. So once again, just to review, 64 degrees was the high yesterday. And again, we should be near 60 this time of the year. So that felt great, being pretty much above average. This is a camera that just came back online. This is the Presque Isle Beach Sky Vision camera. You can see the camera just bouncing in the wind. There's that southwest wind of 18. And the temperature is up to 66 degrees. So all in all, it's not bad for the early afternoon, and it is a little bit breezy out there. These are the peak wind gusts from across the area. Dunkirk so far has had a peak wind gust of 26, while the Erie Airport officially had a peak wind gust of 28 so far today, and we may get some more peak winds as the day goes along. Right now on the News Now cam, gray skies with raindrops falling. It's 59. It's down from the 60s that we had, of course, this morning since the rain started to come in. South wind of 14, and the dew points at 46 degrees. Of course, the dew point measures the moisture content in the atmosphere. Look at these temperatures around the region right now. 67 degrees in Dunkirk. No rain there yet, so that's the reason why they're still in the 60s. But the rain knocked us down to 59 in Jamestown, 62 in Erie. They were at 70 earlier this morning. 63 in Olean, 69 in Buffalo. When you compare it to where we were yesterday, we are warmer. It's 6 degrees warmer right now in Jamestown than it was at this hour yesterday. 15 degrees warmer in Dunkirk. 5 degrees warmer in Erie. And how about Wellsville? 23 degrees warmer right now than we were at noon hour yesterday. So it's definitely a lot warmer out there, feeling like late spring to early summer. This is the moisture that's kind of coming our way. There's some severe weather down in Texas, but that's not going to bother us. As we fly it to the northeast, you can see this rain coming in with a disturbance that's kind of moving our way, and that rain will continue moving our way through the afternoon hours. So the sunshine that we had this morning, it's done and over with for the day. Now it's mainly just cloudy with rain. You can see the rain starting to fill in here as we zoom you, of course, right into Chautauqua County and doing a wide view of across western New York. You can see these little rain showers moving through, and that's going to be the case throughout the day today. We'll show that to you here on Feature Scan. Of course, the in-house model picks up on these rain showers. Now, there will be the chance for a couple isolated thunderstorms. Best chance of that's going to be out to our west and down to our south, but a couple rumbles of thunder definitely not out of the question. All that rain hightails out to the east, and then it will continue pretty much throughout the night tonight. And then it turns mainly mostly cloudy for the night. And then tomorrow is going to be a great weather day, cooler, but a great weather day. Maybe a few spot showers in the morning. The model tries to paint that. But again, the majority of the day is going to be dry with some nice sunshine in between. So we'll go zone by zone. First of all, we'll start at the Lake Erie shoreline, show you where the temperatures will be by about 4 o'clock. Temperatures at least should probably rebound back into the 60s. But again, some scattered showers will be coming our way. Eastward we go into the eastern areas. Some of these temperatures might be a bit overdone, but we'll see if we can get back into the 60s before more rain comes our way, near 70 in some spots. Here comes the next 7 days of your life, powered by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. 55 tomorrow, or at least we'll see some full sunshine. Look at the low on Thursday morning, 34 degrees. Possible frost Thursday morning, and temperatures go back into the 60s and the 50s for the weekend and into early next week. We will be right back, so don't go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Taking a look at sports. An ugly 12-4 Pittsburgh Pirates defeat last night at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks turned uglier as Pirates reliever Nick Birdie sustained a horrible injury. Birdie crumpled to the ground before clutching his right arm in the top of the 8th inning. Birdie was dealing with pain in his biceps and elbow, but it was too early for a diagnosis. He would leave the game and not return. Well, the Pirates' loss dropped them to 12-8, and they'll host the D-backs again tonight at 7:05. The Yanks, meanwhile, opened their road trip with a 4-3 victory in 14 innings last night against the LA Angels. Third baseman Gio Urshela delivered the game-winning single in the 14th off of Angels reliever Luke Bard. Yankees reliever Jonathan Holden, meanwhile, pitched 2 innings of relief to pick up the win. The Yanks improved to 12-10, and they'll play again at Angel Stadium tonight with first pitch at 10:07 p.m. Eastern.
Well, picking a password is time to be creative, but millions of people are choosing some easy-to-crack codes. That's according to a new study. They say codes like 123456, which was revealed as the most common password. The UK's, I know, right? Isn't that crazy that we're talking about this? The UK's National Cybersecurity Center analyzed passwords belonging to accounts from across the world. They found that 23 million people used that code, 123456, while 7.7 million used the longer code of 1234567889.
Oh my gosh.
Now, QWERTY and password were used by 3 million accounts. If you don't know why QWERTY is used, it's on the upper left of your keyboard. Surprisingly, monkey and dragon also made the top 20 most common passwords. Cyber experts say to reduce risk of breach, the center recommends 3 random but memorable terms.
Oh,
so what are your favorite passwords?
I cannot believe we are, I mean, you know, we're almost 4 months into 2019, and people are still using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right, isn't that crazy?
Yep.
ABC. Come on, people.
What are you gonna do?
Yep.
I don't get it.
I don't know either, because it's weird that they're like, you think now with Google, right? Like my
Right.
phone uses my face
I
to
could
unlock
understand.
things.
I could understand, like, you know, if you're a kid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 might be a good idea because it's easy to remember. But I don't know.
See, I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, knock on wood, where I've had an issue, but you never know.
I don't know.
Well, hey, we leave you with a live look over the HD News Now cam. Some
it's
rain
wet.
is falling. Of course, if you missed anything we talked about, check it out on that WNY News Now mobile app. Have a great day.